Well, hello everybody. Thank you so much for getting on this live call today.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, you are in for an absolute treat. Let me assure you of that. So basically, we are going to be doing a Discover Arbonne. So we're going to be talking to you about the business and what it involves and everything, and how you get involved and how you can help other people that you know that are involved. But first of all, we're just going to talk to you a little bit about ourselves and how we got introduced to the business, why we do what we do, and why we are so madly in love with this business. So first of all, Danni is going to start and tell you a little bit about her story and her journey and how she's here today.
Oh, hello everybody. I echo everything that Natalie's just said. Well done on getting onto this live conference call and having a listen over the next sort of 10-15 minutes about what it is that we're all about, why we're so passionate about this business, and what a difference it's made to not just our lives and our families' lives, but to thousands and thousands and thousands of other people. So a very brief overview of me. My name is Danni Wells, and I am a regional vice president with Arbonne International, which probably means nothing to you guys, but basically, and we're going to touch on this in this very short presentation, there are only 4 levels that you can be promoted and recognised through with building, and I'm at the 3rd level, so I've just got one more to go to the top, which is great. So woohoo! I haven't always worked in health and wellness. In fact, far from it. I actually am trained in ophthalmology, so I actually had a 7-year career working at a very busy opticians, which I loved. I did love my job. So far removed from skincare, makeup, hair care, nutrition. That was not in my realm at all. But I was interested in having more time. I've got 2 young children. One of them was born with a lot of extra care needs, which meant I had to leave my job and take full care of her and take her to hospital and all these different trips. And when you've got a job, you're tied into that job, especially if you're employed by somebody, you're tied into the time that they want you to be there. So for me, it was 9 till 5, 5 days a week, only having 4 weeks off a year. So my own time wasn't owned by me, which meant that it would have been very challenging to have taken the care of my daughter that she needed while being dictated to by a boss. So I had to leave, but obviously financially you still need to have that income coming in. So I was looking at a business that I could run, be self-employed, be my own boss, something that I could learn from scratch and that would be part-time, but enable me to have a lot of fun, work doing something that would make a difference, something that was rewarding, and Arbonne just ticked every single one of those boxes. So we're going to go through a little bit about that over the next 10-15 minutes. I've had my own business with Arbonne for 2.5 years now. By far, has it been the best choice I've ever made? Not just on a financial level, on a rewarding level, emotionally, it enables you to make a difference to so many other people, the fun, the friendships, so many different reasons. So I'm really, really excited to go through this today with you all. So I'm going to hand you back to Natalie to share a little bit about her.
Wow, that was absolutely amazing. So my background is slightly different from Danni's, and that is what I just briefly, that's what I love about this business. There are people from every single walk of life, people that you wouldn't expect to do it. You know, they come from all different angles and they've got lots of different stories to tell, and that's what I love. Everybody's different, everybody's unique, and they're their own person, which is great. So you don't need to be this stereotypical person to be part of Arbonne. That's what I love.
You just need to be nice.
Yeah, just be nice and you'll fit in absolutely fine. So I basically got into Arbonne because my mum was diagnosed with breast cancer. Now, when she went through all her treatment and everything, my mum lives not near me. She lives in Melton Mowbray. Where Danni's from.
Go Melton Mowbray.
So I basically, my way of helping her was to sort of read everything that I could about cancer, the type of cancer she had, why they believed that she might have got it, what sort of things triggered that cancer off, and also in terms of helping her, what food should she eat, what should she stay clear of, products, what herbs, blah 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 blah. So I took on all this information, read it myself, and filtered it through to her, because her treatment was very vigorous, it was very aggressive. So she went straight in head first and didn't have time to think about anything else. So my way of helping her was to sort of filter that through to her as best as I could, and as simplified as I could as well. So I was already currently eating really healthy. I was, I had a very healthy lifestyle in terms of food and also products. I was using good products, but the only setback for me was that I was a makeup artist, and I wasn't using any clean products or anything like that. I was just using what was on the high street, what was in front of me on the telly. I just followed everybody, what everyone was using, magazines. Yeah,
you do though. You do. People naturally do though, don't they?
It's thrusted in your face, and you think, God, she looks good, I'm gonna get one of them.
Yeah.
So I was doing that really. So basically, when I learned and read and understood all of this information that was in front of me about the nasty chemicals that are put into products for shelf life reasons, really, and how they can trigger cancer, and not just cancer, lots of other diseases and illnesses as well, I had my eyes opened massively, and actually I would say I've changed my life more than my mum has, in fact, because it's triggered not only onto me, it's now triggered onto my children and my husband. I stopped doing makeup as well because I couldn't get paid for putting those chemicals on somebody's skin. I just couldn't do it. So I literally bagged it all up and just chucked it away, and I just stopped doing it.
You threw wasn't it like £4,000 of products away or something?
£6,000 worth of products in a bag, in the bin, gone. But that was my choice. Obviously, people must think I'm mad, and the bin men must have had an absolute field day and brought all this stuff home for their wives, saying, I've spent a fortune on you. Yeah, that was my decision, and that was something that I was so passionate about, especially after reading and looking into it and spending so much time finding out all that information. I was horrified. So obviously found Arbonne. Danni introduced me to Arbonne, thank goodness. And
Natalie pointed me down. She knew my husband and kept seeing things that I was talking about and tagging my husband in. And then she contacted me, I'm sure she'll go through this anyway, and said, I've seen you through Ian. Tell me more about what it is you do.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I did. I pinned her down. I was like, right, tell me everything. Obviously I'd seen Danni's journey via Ian, because Ian and I went to school together, and actually so did Danni and I, but we just were in two separate halves of the school, so we didn't have sort of mutual friends and that kept us together. So it's a small world, isn't it, Danni?
Yeah.
So anyway, I hunted her down. I was like, right, you need to tell me everything, because I'd seen her journey, and I'd also read up about the information that was given to me about Arbonne, and it was a fit. Everything that I believed in, my personal ethos, matched the ethos of Arbonne and what it stands for, the culture, and all the cleanliness of the products and the purity, and the fact that they are results driven. Yeah. So when I am a makeup artist and I'm doing something on somebody, they ask for my recommendations all the time, whether it's not just about makeup, about skincare, how to improve the appearance of the skin, blah, 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 blah. So for me to offer something now that is results driven, that I know hand on heart that is going to give them the best chance for improving their skin, and just giving them the longevity of the makeup and the quality, I know hand on heart that I can do that, and that is what drives me every single morning to wake up and tell the world about Arbonne and what we stand for, really. And also with having 3 children, quite a few people I'm sure can relate to this. I'd lost my purpose.
Yeah.
I totally lost my purpose. I was a mum, I was a cleaner, I was a cook, I'm a taxi driver. That was what I was, and I loved it, and don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change it for the world. But sometimes when you do sort of really lose your purpose, you come very lonely. I was very lonely, and I didn't actually realise it, and now I'm just like this social butterfly, loads of friends, having the best fun, and I just absolutely love it. So that's really my story, and I hope that you've related to that in terms of losing yourself and then finding yourself.
Right, so I'm just going to share the screen just to get the slideshow up. And there is a script to this slideshow as well. So if you're watching this thinking that you know somebody that you think would be amazing at this business, you don't have to know everything. There is a script to follow. It's a really easy business to learn. As long as you're willing to be coached and willing to learn something from scratch, then it's a business that's suitable for anybody. So I'm going to hand it over to Natalie to kickstart our very mini presentation.
Okay, thank you, Danni. Okay, so the Arbonne story. What is Arbonne and where did it come from? So Arbonne is, it's 36 years old. Yeah, 36 years. I know a lot of people, when I say that, they're like, 36 years? I've never even heard of it. But you've never heard of it because it's an online-based business. It's botanically based and it's a beauty and health and wellness company. And we have the most amazing cutting-edge research and development that goes into this. And the culture, they are so passionate about their consultants as well, which is something that as a consultant myself, to be appreciated and nurtured is just so rewarding, because I've had so many jobs and never, ever have I felt so rewarded, ever. And it is a global business. So we are in 7 different countries. And it was founded by a lovely, lovely, lovely gentleman called Peter Mork. And he's at the bottom of the screen, just above the 1975. And Peter Mork was a visionary. He had this massive vision to incorporate pure, safe and beneficial products into normal people's homes. So not only to use safer products, but also to earn as a business. So to be able to provide for your family and not have to be away from your family working 9 to 5 and, you know, only getting a few days off a year. He had this massive vision that he just wanted to help as many people as he could. And he has certainly gone above and beyond with that reputation.
Okay, sorry, that was my fault. I pressed the wrong button. Have you finished?
Yeah, that's fine. We'll move
on. I wasn't scooting you along. I just pressed it by accident. Okay, so what is network marketing? So you've already begun to gather that these products are incredible. The company is incredible. But why do we market these products through a network marketing approach? Now, if you are on the call right now listening to this and you are like what I was like a couple of years ago, I'd never heard of network marketing. It was totally new information to me. But now I know about it, it makes complete sense. So network marketing is basically a form of moving a product from where it begins to where it ends. So as consumers, we're all consumers on the call right now. So let's see, show of hands, who here uses shower gel? Yeah, me too. Okay, for the girls, who here uses mascara? Yeah, me too. So, you know, all the girls here on the call. So we are all consumers of these types of products. But what we're used to doing is going to the supermarket or the shops in the high street and buying our products from the shelf, putting them in our basket, going to the till and paying for them. And we don't really think anything else about it. But actually, when you delve in deeper, what you realise is actually what a little bit... it's a bit naughty actually, and I'll give you a really good example. I used to buy my foundation from the department store. So I would travel up to Leicester, I'd go and park, go into the department store, and I would pick the foundation that I would buy every about 2 to 3 months it'd last. And it used to cost me £27. I'd put it in my basket and go and pay for it and tootle off back home. And actually that foundation that I used to buy cost 3 pence to manufacture. 3 pence. So you're probably thinking, well, why has it gone up so much in price? And that is a very good question. And that's exactly where this comes into it. The reason why these products that we buy as consumers cost so little to make and cost so much to buy is because of the middle process. So what happens is these products start off quite cheap to make. Then what happens to the product is they're watered down, they're bulked, they're added with all kinds of byproducts and waste products to make them as cheap as possible. And then the price goes up so that the company can make a profit. And then they go to the wholesaler. The wholesalers, you know, they're not doing that voluntarily. They've got their own overheads, they've got their staff to pay for, their advertising to pay for. So how they get paid for that is they put the price of the product up so they can take a piece of the pie. Then it'll go on a lorry to the warehouse. The lorry driver wants to get paid, so the price of the product goes up. The warehouser, they've got their staff, their overheads. So the price of the product is going up and up and up. So all these people can take a piece. And what can happen is from where the product's made at the manufacturer to where we buy the product, there can be about 300 different processes in that middle that all take a piece from that product that we're paying for. Not to mention the advertising. So we know when we see TV adverts, when we see gorgeous models, celebrities putting on their mascara, saying, you know, you've got to buy this mascara, it's incredible. And then we look at the small print and it says the model is wearing false eyelashes. And we're like, you know, we're becoming a switched on society. We can see these adverts are not real, yet we know that our product is paying billions of pounds for these celebrities to endorse the products that are not real. You know, we are really getting savvy now. So Petter Mork, who Natalie just touched on, was absolutely against this, really against it. He felt it was misleading. It wasn't fair on the end consumer to pay such a high price on a product for something that's not worth anything. So what he decided to do was market his products through a network marketing approach, which basically means the products are made at the manufacturer and they're delivered straight to the consumer's door. So if you right now were to order your shampoo, you would order it online, it would come straight to your door. No middle process. It doesn't get delivered by a consultant. It doesn't go to a shop. You don't pay for any advertising. You don't pay for a wholesaler, a warehouse. You don't pay for any of that, which basically means that you get a much better product that is a lot cheaper, and you are getting advice from a consultant that genuinely loves what they do. They're passionate about what they do. And compare that to the person sat on a till where you would usually buy your products from. They don't care if the foundation you put in your basket is your colour or your lipstick, or if the bubble bath that you've just bought is actually going to be beneficial. They do not care. They're there just to get paid. Whereas with a consultant in Arbonne, we do this because we genuinely want to see a difference to other people. We want to consult people, give advice, be helpful. So this is why Petter wanted his products to work through a network marketing approach and not a traditional business approach.
Yeah, I will just touch on that, Danny. Obviously, I've worked in department stores. I'm not going to name any at all, but and I've worked behind the scenes of that. And you know, it's so frustrating when I was working because I could never sort of work like that. That's just not me. And in terms of somebody would come in for a mascara, you know, the sort of rules, if you like, were that person that would come in for the mascara, one product, would leave with at least 4. So it's about sales and driving the sales. They're not actually interested in you as a person, you know, what you're setting out for. It's really just about sell. And that's something that I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't sit right with a lot of people. And one thing that I hear people say over and over again, that they love being Arbonne consultants, because it's not actually about sales. When people say, I'd love to do what you do, but I don't think I'm good at sales, I say, great, because that's not what we want. We want people that genuinely want to help others and care about others. And that is what every Arbonne consultant I've ever met, that's what their passion is. Their passion isn't about selling anything. Their passion is about listening and actually finding a fit for somebody. And if we can't find a fit, we don't recommend anything. That's not what it's about. It's just about helping.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the Arbonne product advantage. So why are our products so unique? And I'll tell you why. It's because we combine the best of science and nature and new technology. So we have people all around the globe that are absolutely key people in that area, and they all come together using the best ingredients, the best of the science that their knowledge can contain, all the newest, latest technology, all combined together to make our products absolutely top on key. So they're all plant-based, and it's all botanical, and it's all lovely, beautiful botanical formulas as well. We are Swiss, so if you think of anything Swiss, it is the cream of the crop. So you've got the watches, jewellery, the chocolate. It is absolutely fantastic. So with us having this Swiss heritage, it means that we are right up to the top. You know, we sit high, very high end, and we follow through with that Swiss culture and don't let that down. So we're clinically tested as well, and we are vegan, so we're never tested on animals. And now that's something that's quite important to me because again, going back to the misleading thing, you know, that can be very misleading as well, because I do know products that claim that they are vegan. Now the end product might be vegan, but the process that's happened in order to get to that end product has been tested on animals. So they can't claim that they are vegan, but they do. So I can honestly, hand on heart, say from start of the process till the end of the process, we are 100% vegan, not tested on animals, no animal byproducts, anything, which makes us so unique. We formulate without any of the gluten as well. So again, another thing for me, I hear it all the time. No, thank you. I'll pass on that bread because I've got a gluten intolerance. That's all being well, absolutely fine. But do those people put gluten-free products on their skin? Because it takes 17 seconds to get into the bloodstream. So it's about that thought process and that learning, and being aware that not only whatever you put in, it's what you put on, because essentially that does go in as well. So it's just being a bit more aware, and that's what makes our products so unique.
Yeah, and they're absolutely beautiful. And I think when I was taking a look at this from a business point of view, for me it was more about the business than it was the products. But quite naturally, you end up falling head over heels in love with the products. And for me, if I didn't do this as a business, that would never ever happen. But if I didn't, I still would use these products. And I think that speaks volumes, because I see people that start businesses recommending products, and that's great, but actually I go to their house and they're not even using the products. I think, how can you recommend products that you're not actually using? I think that's really key for us in Arbonne, because we are all addicted to the products because they are better than anything else that you've ever come across. They work, like Natalie just said, they actually work, they do something, and they are just beneficial. They really are. And it's not just important what's in the products, it's actually important what's not in our products as well. And I was a complete novice to this pre-Arbonne. I did not have a clue that the reason why my skin was so bad from teenage years to nearly 30 was actually because of what I was putting on my face. I didn't realise that. I had really oily skin, and I was using cleanser for oily skin for 15 years. And when you think about the logic in that, you think, well, Danni, if you were using cleanser for oily skin, why was your skin still oily? And now I'm like, oh my God, I can hear myself. But I didn't realise over all of those years. So the reason why these products are so good is, one, because of what's in them, and two, because of what's not in them. So has anyone here ever heard of mineral oil? Okay, yeah, I can see quite a few people shaking their heads going, yeah, mineral oil. It is disgusting. So Natalie will be really familiar with this, with her background. In a nutshell, mineral oil is something that they extract from the ground, crude oil from the ground, when they are bringing petrol up, so oil for petrol. And they have all the gasoline, and what's left is like a dirty scum at the top. So they scrape that scum off because it's not good enough for petrol, and it's left as a byproduct. So not good enough for petrol, byproduct. It's disgusting, and that actually it's environmentally harmful. So they're not allowed to dispose of it on the environment. So it's totally illegal to dispose of. So they want to try and get rid of it somewhere. So they try and sell it to the food and drinks industry, but it's no use there. So what they do is they sell it to the cosmetics industry, because they'll take it for pence for gallons of the stuff. And then what they do with this waste product of petrol is they use it to water down their products. So for me, I used to buy baby wash for my two daughters. And when I realised what I was actually putting onto their skin was a bottle, a product, and 98% of that was mineral oil and 2% was actual ingredients, which is horrifying. And what's even worse than that, so not only have we been duped into what we're buying, what's even worse than that is how bad mineral oil is for your skin. It's actually the second most anti-aging thing you can do to your body after the after the sun, sorry. What it does is the particles in mineral oil are so big, they don't penetrate through the skin. So it acts as a bit of like a resistance barrier. So you'll know that if you're using hand cream or any creams on your face and you feel oily, or sun cream oily, that's mineral oil. It feels oily, it doesn't penetrate, it just sits there. And what happens is our body sweats, but the sweat can't get out because the mineral oil is blocking the sweat. So we end up with aggravated skin. So for me, my daughters both had horrendous rash, red raw skin for years and years. I'd go back and forth to the doctor, I'd be prescribed all different types of creams, I'd put the creams on their skin and it would go, but it would always come back. I could never just get rid of it. The reason why I couldn't get rid of it was because I was bathing them in products with mineral oil on. I was washing their hair with mineral oil products. I was using them on myself, on my husband. My dressing table in my bathroom was filled with products with mineral oil in. It is disgusting, and they use it because it's so cheap. This is how we can buy one get one free £1 products. You might be thinking, well, I don't understand how some products can be £1 and others can be 30. This is the reason why. It is literally you get what you pay for. And I didn't realise this pre-Arbonne. So that is one thing that we do not use. And there's a number of other things we don't use. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'm just going to touch on one more because I believe it's really important that everybody should know this. Parabens. Now, parabens are an artificial preservative that are put into products to give them the shelf life that Natalie talked about a few moments ago. Products need to have a 7-year shelf life to sit in a shop, which is where most of us buy our products from. However, those parabens are a foreign object into our body. So this is important for all products, but I'm going to talk about deodorant because women will put deodorant on underneath their armpits and these parabens will go underneath, and the place that women get the breast cancer the most is on the side of the breast near the armpit. And once you have that diagnosis of cancer, you are told to avoid a whole host of ingredients. So pretty much everything on the screen right now, you're told to avoid. But one of the biggest things they say is you need to find a paraben-free deodorant, which is great. But where on earth do you find a paraben-free deodorant? Because when you go into the shops, they have to have a shelf life. So they either have parabens in to give them a shelf life, or they put something else in that's like a paraben, give it a different name. You think you've got a paraben-free deodorant, but actually you're being duped even more. So people are looking for products that are free of parabens, that are free of all of these nasties. And that is one of the biggest client bases that I have. People contacting me to say, do you do products that are free of parabens? And this is one thing that I think everybody should take from this call today. If you take nothing else from this call today with me and Natalie, please go and check your deodorant. Make sure it hasn't got parabens in, or anything that is a paraben but with a different name, because they can be quite sneaky, the ingredients.
They rename a lot of things.
Yeah, they do. Mineral oil has 60 different names.
Yeah, especially now because people are sort of twigging on and they are becoming more aware. This is why the whole name thing gets thrown about, to try and throw and confuse you, because the name that you're regularly looking for will be changed to something else, and then you're almost like, oh, okay, yeah, it's not got that in, when in fact it has. So yeah, just do watch that.
Yeah, so yeah, really important. Sodium lauryl sulfate, that's in pretty much all shampoos and bubble baths. If you get bubbles from your products, that's sodium lauryl sulfate. It's not good for the skin, it strips the skin. So you want to try and avoid as many of those things as possible.
Absolutely. So when I actually thought about doing this business as a business, not just because I was so passionate about what I was doing and my makeup, etc., etc., when I think of it as a business tool, I was thinking, right, so if I was to sell these products, not sell, but recommend these products, what is going to help me to grow this as a business? Now, there's just one thing, and it is one thing only, the fact that they are consumable. Now, consumable products means that you will purchase it, and as soon as it runs out, you'll purchase it again. That just doesn't mean in Arbonne. That's what we do generally. So our toothpaste, shower gel, our makeup, mascara, foundation, when they run out, we replace it.
Can you imagine not replacing your toothpaste? Going, oh, I ran out of toothpaste, I'll just wait till I get paid next week.
No, I can't. I always buy two when one's running out, so I've always got one as a backup.
Yeah.
And that if one of us say like one of us goes away as well, out of me and Gary, say one's just going away, then we know that we're not going to be left with no toothpaste. So yeah, so basically they're consumable, so they're reused. So that, from a business point of view, was a massive tip for me, the fact that people are going to use these products and repurchase them. So what do we contain? So we have a whole wide range of skincare, which is absolutely phenomenal. We've got things from anti-age, we've got things for treatment skin, so if you do have really bad issues with acne or things like that, obviously yes, it will be because of the mineral oil and toxins that are in there, but we've got things to help you that are safe, pure and beneficial to use. We've got things that for younger skin, so that really just need replenishing and nurturing with moisture. We've got an amazing men's range. So again, not just tailored to women. This is not tailored just to women at all. We cover from the age of, we cover from babies, so cradle to grave. That's what I absolutely love about it, as well being consumable, the fact that we cater for everybody. I love it. So not only do we have skincare, we have an amazing nutrition range. Now this, the nutrition range is absolutely the best that I've ever used. And my husband can vouch for that as well. He obviously he's a gym buff, and he likes to go to the gym and use healthy products to help him maintain being in the gym and give him the stamina that he needs and things like that. And he was a bit sort of like, oh, you know, I'm quite happy with what I'm using. And again, he was using something that didn't contain all the nasties, because he researched it and he found a company. But it was just one thing. So then he had to research and find another thing somewhere else, and then somewhere else. You know, so all those postage and packaging, it was all racking up different places. And the beauty of this is everything is just all under one roof, which I love. So the nutrition range is absolutely fantastic. Lots of people in the sports industry use it as well. People have been using it for the Olympics, and it's just also Danni, what's just happened recently? And
we just got the stamp of Informed Sport, as well as Banned Substance Control. I think it's called BSCC or something. So some really high stamps that are hard to obtain. We've just received them.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So also we cover a wide range of bath and body products. So again, cradle to grave. So we've got anti-aging bath and body products. We've got things for children and babies, which again, me being a mother of 3 was huge, because once I found out what was in products, it was an absolute no-no for me to be putting those on the children. So the fact that this was available to me was just absolutely fantastic. We've got sun cream, we've got fake tan, we've got toothpaste, we've got deodorant. The list is endless. It's absolutely fantastic. Amazing hair range as well. So a lot of the time, the salon that I was currently going to, they were aware of the paraben situation. So they had the paraben-free shampoos and conditioners. And isn't it funny when you go to a hairdresser's and they wash your hair, and you're like, why doesn't my hair feel like this when I use this at home? So it's sort of like that in-salon experience with these shampoos and conditioners. I love it. I absolutely love it. What I get from the shampoo that I use at the moment, which is the Pure Vibrance, which is actually the one that's on there, the purple.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. There's lots of treatments with it as well. And it just, you do feel like you're having an in-salon experience at home, which is incredible. Now, my favourite bit to talk about is obviously clearly the makeup with my background. I absolutely cannot rave about this makeup enough. It is absolutely fantastic. It ticks every single box for me, and my clients absolutely love it. They really, really love it, and it's so refreshing to not only see that visible difference that the makeup gives you, but just knowing, again, it's pure, safe and beneficial. It's results driven. You know, if it says it's going to give you flawless skin, you're going to get flawless skin. If it says it's going to give you a luminosity, it gives you a luminosity. It's just absolutely incredible. Yeah. So the wide range of consumable products that are fantastic, they do the job that they say they do. It's just incredible. Love it.
They are lovely, and I love that everything lasts so long as well, because I used to like cleansers once a week. I'll buy the cleanser that's in the photograph at the top there. It's an RE9 cleanser. It lasts me 9 months, and that's using it more than a night. Everything is just it's just made for people and not for profit.
Yeah, and that's, again, I just love it. Love it.
Okay, so a couple of things. Why Arbonne, why now? So if you sat listen to this presentation, as we're coming to the end now, and you might be thinking of somebody that you know that maybe works incredibly hard, they've got a fabulous income, you know, they might be like a GP or a consultant or an actress, or somebody that's just got a really, really great job, and they have the great income, but they have to work hard to have that income. And if they have time off, they don't get paid. If something happens, like the unpredictable, parents ill, a child's ill, they don't get paid, and they don't have a lot of time. So if you're thinking of somebody right now thinking, do you know, they would be really beneficial, it would be really beneficial for them to know about this from a business point of view. This would be really great for them to have more time, to have more fun, to do something that's really rewarding. And if you're thinking about that right now, then I want to give you a couple of really great bullet points to explain this to them. Of course, send them the recording of this video. When you're looking at a business, you want something called, it's a boom, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a boom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the right? I feel like I've got the wrong word.
What are you trying to say?
That we've got 4 of them.
Oh, like the categories of people.
No. Big things. Okay, so I'll try and explain it without using the word. I can't remember what the word is, but it'll come to me. You want something big that is important, okay? Oh, megatrends, that's the word, megatrends. Okay. Right, so you want your business to have at least one mega trend. So we have 4 mega trends in Arbonne, and these are what they are. Number 1, consumable products, which Natalie's already talked about. That is a mega trend. If you're looking at a business, you want to have at least one mega trend, and if it's in consumable products, it's a great business. Yeah. Number 2, we have the demand for health and wellness. That is the next $1 trillion industry. So we've seen the housing boom, we've seen the .com boom. The next $1 trillion industry is health and wellness. So if you're looking at a business and it's going to be in health and wellness, that is a mega trend. That is a good business to be in. Number 3, we have the ability to leverage time. So what you want is a business that if you were to take a step away from it and go on holiday for a month, your business is still generating that income. Now this does that because it's online. People can shop 24/7. You could be asleep and you wake up in the morning and your shop has turned over, say, £50,000 because people are shopping like they would do on Amazon. You know, if somebody's not sat at Amazon keeping that website running, it runs by itself. And that's the same as this. Your shop runs itself. All you need to do is use the products and tell people what you think about them. So you're leveraging your time, which is great. So if you're a really busy person, you know that you've got that corporate style income every single month, but you're working part-time, which is what Petter wanted. He wanted people to have more free time. So that's the 3rd mega trend. The 4th one is we're internet based. So we all know that the high street is not what it used to be. You know, when we think about Woolworths or Blockbusters, they're not there anymore because people want to shop online. People are so busy. They want convenience. They want easy. So the fact that this is an internet based business, it means that you've got that convenience. You can send somebody your website. People can find your website. People can buy the products. You don't have to be sat next to them. You don't even need to be in the same country as them. And people are going to shop. Your business is going to tick by with or without you there anyway. So you've got 4 megatrends with Arbonne.
Okay, so a global opportunity. So as I touched on earlier, we are in 7 different countries. We're in the United States, we're in Canada, the UK, Australia, Poland, New Zealand, and we've just launched into Taiwan as well. So every 2 years, every 2 years, the profit of the company, it doubles. So that just shows to me that this company is going places. We haven't globalized yet, but the opportunity is there. And every couple of years, we launch into new countries all the time. And people are really, really cottoning on and just thinking, wow, not only is it an amazing brand, fantastic products that you do just get addicted to and you do just adore, the business opportunity is just incredible, and it's giving people like that want to start families, and you know, family is very high on their to-do list. It's an enabling them to do that and to bring in the wage that they would currently lose if they were in a 9-to-5 kind of job. So it's just absolutely fantastic. We can build this company or build our individual businesses wherever we are in the world, which is absolutely fantastic. So if we go on a holiday, yes, okay, you might not want to take it, but sometimes you do take it with you. You're meeting people all the time, which is just absolutely fantastic. So in the green is where we are now, and the blue is obviously where we're yet to come. So watch out, because we are coming for you.
We are, and we're backed by 3 big investors, and one of them is the Bank of America as well, which I just think speaks massive volumes for where they see this business going. It is absolutely just, gosh, it's catapulting, it really is. So just a touch on, as we're coming to the end, the income, because this is something that myself and Natalie get asked a lot about. People understand the concept of the products, they understand the business, it's word of mouth recommendation. So people get that, but they say, well, you know, how much can you actually earn? So I'm going to tell you, there are only 4 levels in this business for you to work through. And it's all done at your own pace. So there are people that start their own online business with Arbonne and they reach the top level within 6 months. And then there are people that they start their business with Arbonne and it takes them a few years. It really doesn't matter, because you don't have a boss. You get to choose what effort and energy and effort you put into your business at your own pace. It's part-time, so you fit it around your full-time job, you fit it around your children or around whatever your current commitments are, and you decide. That's the best thing about it. So the 4 levels. Level 1 is a district manager. Now, at this level, the average UK income is £150 a month. Now, this can vary depending on what you're doing with your business. For me, it took me 4 months to become a district manager, and I was earning £700 a month. So that, again, that just gives you a little bit of an idea. Now, I was all in. When I started my business, I was investing about 20 hours a week, which is a lot for this type of business. I don't invest that much time now. But when I started it, I really wanted to get it up and off the ground. So I really ran with it from day one. The average time it takes to get to level 1 is about 7 months. Now, I've known people do that in one day. It really does just depend on what you're like as a person. Level number 2 is area manager. Now, at this level, you're earning on average £850 a month. Now, for me, it took me 6 months to become an area manager at level 2, and I was earning about £2,000 a month. Now, what's exciting about level 2 is you can will that income. So if when I was an area manager, that £2,000 a month that I was receiving every single month, if anything happened to me, I can will that to my children or my husband, which was what really drove me to get to this level quite quickly, because I knew that if anything had happened to me pre-Arbonne, I wouldn't have been able to leave my children in a good financial situation. So that really drove me. Level 3 is regional vice president. The average income here is about £3,600 a month. Now, for myself, it took me 11 months to become a regional vice president. My average income is about £6,000 to £7,000 a month. So again, it just gives you an idea of the average incomes. At this level as well, Arbonne also give you an extra £500 a month cash bonus, and what you can do with that is buy or lease a brand new white Mercedes. And the reason why they do that is because this is an invisible business. It's online. People can't see that when you're walking through town that you are turning over a business that has about $200,000 of volume or products being bought through it. You know, it's totally invisible. So when they get given the Mercedes, it's a reflection of what you have achieved. It is a sign to say you have achieved something absolutely incredible, and that sort of recognizes people that are at that level, which is amazing. It's a great level to reach. And then the 4th and final level is national vice president. There's only 4 levels, which makes it nice and easy. It takes roughly about 2 to 3 years to become a national vice president. I'm currently not there yet, but I will be before my 3-year anniversary with Arbonne. The average income is about £15,000 a month. Now, quite a few of my friends are national vice presidents. They've been working their Arbonne business for about 6-7 years now. They're earning about £50,000 to £60,000 a month, and there's no cap. There's no limit. So the more volume that turns through your business, the more people buying toothpaste and all these other different types of products, the more you're helping people. They're, like Natalie said, never going to want to buy from anywhere else. They are going to be loyal consumers from your business for life, and they're not just going to stop at what they use. They're going to tell other people. So your business is going to grow and grow, and so is your income, which is fabulous.
Okay, so where do you see yourself? So if you're thinking, you know, this is an amazing opportunity, I think I just want to go for it, I want to get all in, you know, what does that include? So it's a low cost fee. It costs £56 to sign up. And if you think in terms of what are you getting for £56, it is absolutely incredible. You're getting your online shop, you get products, just a few product samples to get you started, and catalogues and things like that. And you have an opportunity to be able to have the time and to help people and to earn your way up the ladder. And it's just absolutely incredible. There's personal growth and development that comes alongside that Arbonne are very, very nurturing with. We are a massive family. So depending wherever you are in the world, you are not alone. We all come together. We have conferences, 2 every year. One's UK based and one's in Las Vegas. So, you know, we all unite together and we all help each other and nurture each other. But for £56, that is, I mean, really, it's just a win-win. It's something that you just have to just jump in and do. Don't think about it, just go for it and see where it takes you. It's a journey. And if you've got the inklings of feeling like you really want to go with it and run with it, then the best advice I can give to you is just go for it. Have fun with it, enjoy it, and just chuck yourself right in there. You might decide that, do you know what, it's not for me as a business, but I really, really am interested in these these products that you've been talking about, they sound amazing and I want to get my hands on them. So you could be a client or a preferred client. Now what that is you pay a fee of £17, one fee, a one-off fee, and that gives you 20% off for the full year. That can be renewed after each year, and also with that you earn preferred client rewards and things like that, money off your next shop, you know, so you're getting advantages with being a preferred client, not to mention just the 20% off the wholesale price. Or you might think, do you know what, I would love nothing more than to get a few people together, have a bit of a party, get to feel and touch and try all these beautiful products, and that way you would be a host of a party and you would earn free products and get some benefits with that as well. You would invite your friends, your family, have a few nibbles, bit of a drink, gorgeous atmosphere. You'd have a gorgeous consultant turn up that would do nothing but just nurture you in what you needed. Our consultants, I've not met one yet that doesn't go above and beyond to provide a service that meets your personal needs. And that's something that I am so passionate about as well, me being a consultant. At the end of the day, all I want is that person that comes to me or that I approach, whatever, you know, just to be 100% satisfied. Because having worked in an industry of being in a department store and things like that, you know, people, then their needs are not met because they don't care. And that's one thing that we do. We do care. We care about you. We care about, you know, what your needs are, and those will be met.
Wow, lovely. So just to wrap up then, because we are at the end, so what you've seen today is who we are as a company. You've seen the amazing things that we do for families with our amazing pure, safe and beneficial products, and you've seen actually what's in it for you as far as the kind of compensation that's available and what this can do for your family. But the real question that I know a lot of you are asking yourself, because I know that when I first sat down and heard this presentation, I asked myself the same questions, and the question is, why me? Why should I get involved with this business? So in order to explain that to you, I want to take you back in time just a little bit, and I want to take you back to school when me and Natalie were at the same school together, but we didn't know each other. So think about the end of your school life. How many of you can remember the time that you left school, or maybe you had a graduation or a leaver ceremony? How many of you would prefer not to think about your school years? I know quite a few of you on the call, maybe you might think that. So let me tell you what happened when I left school. So I remember being in the big school assembly room, Natalie might remember this as well, walking up on stage to receive some paperwork. And I suppose if we were in America, it would have been a diploma, but I don't think in the UK it's done like that. But we were all given something, maybe like, I think it was like a certificate or something. I don't remember what it was, but when everything was all said and done, we all took to the stage for a leavers photo. Everybody leaving in a symbolic gesture. We all cheered for the photo with our hands in the air. So again, if we were living in America, this would have been the part where we threw our graduation caps up in the air. But again, in the UK, we're much more reserved. So it was basically like a symbolic gesture to the fact that one chapter of our life was coming to an end and a new chapter was about to begin. Now, when we leave school, we leave with such high hopes. We have these aspirations of what we're going to do with our lives, these incredible dreams that we want to accomplish. And we thought, oh my gosh, we are going to change the world. We are going to leave a mark on this world. And I mean, we're going to go out there and make a difference. And we all leave school ready to take on this world that we live in. But then, do you know what? We get into our early 20s and reality starts to set in. We finish school. Some of us go to university. Some of us don't. Some of us get degrees. Some of us don't. And some of us get a job. Some of us get married. We buy the nice house. And all of a sudden we have kids. And maybe we have a dog or a cat or a fish. And we start getting ourselves into debt. And before we know it, life just becomes normal. It becomes the same all of the time. And our dreams that we had, our aspirations that we had when we left school, they slowly get pushed down deep inside of us. And we have to wake up every day to the alarm clock. We're packing lunches for our kids every day, dropping them off at school every day, going to work, picking them up, making dinner, making sure they bath and do their teeth, do their homework, putting them to bed. And then we get up the next day and do it over and over again. And the more we do that, the more our dreams get pushed down deep inside of us. And sometimes They get pushed down deep so much that we sometimes don't even remember that we even had those dreams when we left school. It's almost like we're that little hamster on the hamster wheel running around and around in the circle of life, but we're not getting ourselves anywhere. And one of the sad things that I've noticed in my lifetime is that most people in this country, they seem to die pretty much around the time they're 30 years old. But the problem is they don't get buried until they're around 80 years old. And do you know what dies? Their dreams. Our dreams. Our dreams die. Our hope dies. Our aspirations die. We no longer think that it's possible to accomplish these things, and we say, well, it is what it is. This is the way that life is. This is the hand that life has dealt me. This is the way that my life was supposed to turn out. There's nothing more for me than this. And we accept where we are, and we forget all about the dreams and the goals that we had when we left school, because life has just taken over. But I want to ask you today a question while you sit there listening to myself and Natalie. What if I told you that it wasn't over for you? What if I told you that you are not too old? What if I told you that you still had a chance? That there is an opportunity for you to accomplish your goals and your dreams? Would that excite you? Would you believe me? Because I want to make it really clear to all of you that have seen what myself and Natalie have presented to you this morning. This is a vehicle. Arbonne is a vehicle that will help you to reignite those hopes and dreams and those aspirations that are so lost deep inside of you. It will give you the chance to reignite the things that you dreamed of and want for your family. It will give you the chance to create the time freedom and the financial freedom that we probably always think about. It will give you the chance to spend more time with your children, maybe travel the world, be able to buy that dream home, look after your parents, take care of your community, whatever it is that gets you excited inside. This vehicle will give you the chance to make that happen in your life. But in order to do that, you're going to have to make a decision. And some of you are thinking, well, I don't have the energy, or I don't want to change myself. And that's okay. Like Natalie said, this isn't for everybody. But there are some of you that are sat here today who are tired of the rat race, tired emotionally, physically, mentally, questioning every day, is this all that there is? Some of you might be praying for an answer to your prayers. Well, this is your answer. And you know, maybe you are tired of not having a voice in your life. And you know, deep inside, you were created for more than this, but you just aren't achieving it yet. Well, today is your chance to allow those dreams, those hopes and those aspirations that you thought were dead to be reignited again. And for you to have a chance to make that happen, but it's going to take a decision on your part. And some of you might be sitting here today, right now, and have goosebumps up and down your arms, butterflies in your stomach, tears in your eyes, and you are thinking, this is something that I want to be a part of. This is something that I want to do. And I want to encourage you, if that is you, I want to encourage you today to talk to the person who invited you on to listen to this call as soon as possible. And they will be more than happy to share with you what the next step in the process is. And you know, you might be sat here thinking, this is really interesting. This has really stirred me up, but I still have some questions. And you know, that's great. We love people with questions. So if that is you, I want to encourage you to talk to the person who invited you onto this call today, get all of your questions answered so that you can make an informed decision about being a part of this dynamic and growing team and actually being able to reignite the hopes, dreams and aspirations that you still have. And maybe some of you are sitting here tonight and thinking, wow, Danni and Natalie, that's a really great meeting, really great call, great information. I loved it, but the business is just not something for me. And I just want to let you know that we absolutely understand and respect that. We know this business isn't for everyone. And if it was, everyone would be doing it. But we want to say thank you for at least coming out and listening to this call or coming onto the call. And what we'd like to ask is for those of you who feel this way, is that now that you've seen what goes on in our health products that we use, so the toxic chemicals that many of you probably have in your own home, now that you understand that, why go back home and continue to put that stuff in and on your body? So I want to encourage you to talk to the person who invited you onto this call and try some of our pure, safe and beneficial products and at least get your family on the road to total health from the inside out. So I just want to say thank you guys for being here tonight. We are today, we're so grateful that you came to listen to this call and listen to what we do. and we hope that you're moved and inspired. And please talk to the person who invited you onto the call. Let them know which of those 3 categories describes you, and they'll make sure to move you in the right direction. So have a great rest of your day, everybody. Lots of love from myself and Natalie.
Thank you.
Bye.